Hello, welcome to Long Island Weather Update. It is 10 o'clock on July the 8th, 2024, and another really brutal day across the area. Again, just a really just warm, just a hot day across the area. Got a little bit better this evening. Looking at the satellite, you can see that marine layer sort of advancing in with some fog and low clouds, which actually cooled things off a little bit tonight. But it was another hot one out there across the day. Today, and let's look at some observations right now. So we've got a heat advisory that remains in effect for North Shore. I'm guessing that remains in effect until 8 p.m. Tuesday. Dense fog advisory is also in effect. So let's look at the current conditions we got out there right now. And temperatures are generally in the mid-70s outside now, so they have dropped. Still very humid, of course. The alley's still 80 degrees, almost 80 degrees. No surprise there, so still got to have my air conditioner struggling to keep this place cool. This unit here in the bedroom is like barely doing anything. 77 degrees. All right, so we got generally mid-70s across the area, but it is very humid. The dew point's right at 73 as well, so the temperatures and the dew point pretty much match, and that's how you get fog. So let's look at the highs for the day across the area. And yeah, we got into the 90s across Long Island today. 90 at Islip, 91 at Farmingdale. JFK was JFK was 88. Even West Hampton got up to 90. On the South Forks, mid 80s. Sorry, the heat is just getting to me. If I sound like I'm tired, it's because the heat, this just taking its toll day after day of this. I hit 93 in the park. I think it got warmer than that. I think I hit 95 in the park. We'll check the official records here. And oddly enough, a little cooler in Toms River than it was in Mineola, actually. Just by a little bit. I was only around 90. Maybe they had a little bit of a breeze over there. But as you go inland, you can see, again, those temperatures well into the mid to even upper 90s around Philadelphia. Absolutely brutal conditions. Lows, obviously, low 70s, low to mid 70s, nothing remarkable there. So let's take a look and see what the day was like at Islip, because we did get up to 90 at Islip today, and very humid as well. Dew points well into the 70s. You can see that. And then we had that fog layer come in, and you can see how the temperature dropped. We had more of that onshore flow, a little fog and mist coming in and keeping things a lot more comfortable. Not great, but it definitely cooled things off, considering to where they were earlier. If we go look at Toms River, you'll see it got up to 91 there. Miller Air Park, dew point 74. So really not much of a difference between Toms River and Islip today. That was because of that. Well, I see they had more of an light easterly wind, so that's why it kept things a little bit cooler over there at that easterly flow. But we had very light winds today across Long Island, and that made it just feel just horrible. When I saw it was 86 at 10 in the morning, I know, we're definitely hitting 90 today. For sure. Sure enough, we did. So, yeah, we overperformed again. What else is new? Let's go and look at our highs. So, high of 90 and a low of 73. 7 degrees above normal at Islip today. Central Park got up to 95. Yeah, got up to 95 in Central Park today. And that is 10 degrees above normal. And the low was only 77, the 9 degrees above normal for the day. Yeah, that's hot. Newark, 94. Central Park is actually hotter than Newark. That doesn't happen too often. But, 8 degrees above normal. Everybody well above normal today, considering the kind of air mass we're in. So, let's look at the next thing that we're going to look at, obviously, the other big story, obviously, besides the heat and humidity and the poor air quality, is Beryl. So let's go and look at that right now. And we will go and look at storms and see what's left of Beryl anyway. So here's Beryl, and that's what's left. I think it's just a depression now. It's finally weakened, but it has brought a lot of rain and caused a lot of damage and power outages, flooding, and a lot of power outages. So if we look at that, we'll go to that in a second. I just want to show you Facebook here for a moment from New Jersey. Tea time wildfire finally almost contained at 90%, 4,300 acres. right there. So let's go to poweroutage.us. That was the update from them. And we have now 2.5 million people in Texas without power right now. And look at all these counties affected here. And some of these counties, San Jacinto, some of these are almost completely out. Polk County, almost completely out. Tyler, Brazoria, all these areas hit very hard by the very strong winds. And it really maintained its strength as it went inland, even into Polk County, Nacogdoches County, Shelby County. A lot of these areas have a lot of people out of power right now. And let's see, we've got Center Point alone has nearly 2 million out. American Electric Power, Entergy has 247,000 out. Mid-South Synergy, 21,000 out of their customers. Encore, a lot of these utilities getting hit very hard. Sam Houston Electric Cooperative, Texas New Mexico Power. A lot of these areas hit very hard. Wharton County Electric Cooperative also hit very hard. These electric cooperatives also hit very, very hard as well. So really, and then these outages extend also into Louisiana as well. You can see. So yeah, this storm really did cause a lot of damage, pretty far inland, considering, and we still have a lot of customers without power. But it's mainly Texas, obviously, that's getting hit hard. This whole east part of the state right here, dealing with a lot of power outages from this hurricane that really was very slow to weaken. So let's get the latest from the National Hurricane Center on Beryl now. It is just a tropical depression now, so pretty much Beryl is winding down. It's just going to be a depression. It's just going to cause heavy rains. The wind is not so much of a thing, though. It did spawn a number of tornadoes. That's the other thing that we have to talk about today. Storm Prediction Center. We had 11 reported tornadoes today. Let's go look at the map. You can see they have this red area here of enhanced risk, and this is mainly on the right side of the storm. You get that as it hits land, interacts with land. You get those spin-ups and the feeder bands, and that's exactly what we saw today. So if we go to storm reports, you'll see, okay, let's go to that again. Whoops. Storm reports, you'll see all those red dots are tornado reports, and you'll see they're all in East Texas, Louisiana, and that general area right there. So that's where you see a lot of those tornado reports on the right side of that storm. We saw that today. Looking at the radar right now, let's go and take a look at what's left of Beryl. Still well defined here into Arkansas here, getting some really heavy rain, and there could be some more severe thunderstorms in this, possible tornadoes. You can see this feeder band going all the way through Louisiana, and that is a lot of rain that's falling right there. Let's go back to the weather and hazards map, and we'll pan out. You'll see the heat advisories. You'll see the tornado watch. Looks like we do have an active tornado warning right now in Arkansas. And where's that? Louisiana. I think that's still Louisiana. But when we have this big tornado watch here, so still we're having tornadoes affect these areas here. And it's still rather breezy conditions, still 31-mile-an-hour wind gusts being reported at Barksdale. So still relatively breezy conditions. You can clearly see the circulation still pretty well defined right here. Let's take a look and see how much rain has fallen in this area in the past 24 hours. And you'll see lots and lots of rain has fallen in these areas. So, yeah, some of these areas along the coast, really a lot of rain. But even further inland, you can see a lot of rainfall here into East Texas, into Louisiana and Arkansas. And that's all. You can see all the green, those flash watches. That's where the rain is going to be going up to next. All right. Looking at our high temperatures across the country. We'll go out west again, show you the heat again. That's just on Las Vegas, all-time record high yesterday of Las Vegas, 120 degrees, all-time record. That's the hottest it's ever been in Las Vegas. So this heat continues in the west. You can see it just continues throughout the west here, right up. Look at all these highs here, 100s all the way up now into Washington. That is crazy. Into Washington, 106 at the Omak. 103 at Chief Joseph Dam, 102 at Ephrata Municipal Airport. I mean, this is incredible. There's got to be, some of these have to be records, hundreds. I mean, that's unbelievably hot. And even got the excessive heat warning, and even in places like Seattle, 94. Even in Seattle, 97 in that area. So 90s literally got to be right, even right on the water. It still managed to hit 85. It's crazy how this heat is just, and even even going into Vancouver here, 97. You've got to have an easterly wind, I guess, for that off the land, pretty much. That's probably what's going on here. And again, whatever sea breeze there is very limited and basically right along the coast. You have to be right along the coast to feel it. So, yeah, a lot of record highs here, I'm sure, in this area. Really incredible heat going on. So you got this incredible heat in the west. There's wildfires as well there. We got the Beryl and the remnants of Beryl now causing severe weather. And we have the heat in the east. So, yeah, a lot going on. And then, yeah, there's also wildfires as well. Let's go to the MODIS satellite as well. Take a look at some of the wildfires going off. And I don't see too much on this. There's some over here in California. Some over here in the Utah area. And it looks like, yep, we got wildfires in northwestern Canada as well going on. There's Beryl right there. You can see Beryl. So we'll take a look at a few more satellite images. Let's go to the CONUS. I gotta find it. Well, I'll just have to do this. I don't know what I did with it. So let's go to the CONUS satellite. Oh, a lot of smoke out west. Look at that. So you can see, so here's Beryl here. See all that smoke out west. Yeah, a lot of smoke going on. Look at all that smoke. We'll have to zoom in on that as well. But there's Beryl right there. If we put this on GLM flash intensity, probably see a lot of lightning here as well. Yeah, a lot of lightning. A lot of lightning here. So, yeah, a lot of lightning going on. So, even in Florida, some thunderstorms as well. Let's go to the west now and look at those wildfires going on. We'll do a specific coast, I guess we'll do this as well. So you can see, oh, yeah, there's a big one in Northern California. That's a big one right there going. You have a number of wildfires. You have one in Northern California. You also have a big one in Utah as well. So we go to Southern Rockies. That looks like you have a couple of wildfires there. Look at that. That's incredible. Look at all that. And now we have one in Arizona too. That's a bit. Is that right around Flagstaff? So we have a lot of wildfires going on here because it's been very hot around there as well. Go back to the observations here. Let's see what Flagstaff got up to today. I think it's a little east of Flagstaff. Flagstaff, what did they get up to today? 93 at Flagstaff. That's just unbelievable. I wonder if they're reporting smoke as well, or any reduced visibility. Right now it's 86 and the dew point is 13. So it's a dry heat, but in those kind of conditions, you can have significant wildfire threats and activity. And I wouldn't be surprised if there is more wildfires to come in that area for sure. And you can see them right here again. I think Flagstaff is more over here. I think this is southeast of Flagstaff, but they got to be getting a lot of smoke. I mean, look at all that. That's incredible. So the west, even though it's sunny, there have hazy skies, lots of smoke from wildfires all over the west. And this is all wildfires. This is all part of the climate crisis that we're going through. Yes, the big volcano, Hunga Tonga Hunga Hapai, definitely has something to do with this as well. But this still wouldn't be as bad if we didn't have the climate crisis. So it is a problem. Weather, Matt, you see there's the remnants of Beryl. Got a stalled frontal boundary over here that those remnants are going to ride up. West, hot and dry, continues. And going to the Hurricane Center. Nothing else right now that they are watching. So let's go and look at the models next, I guess. Let's go to that. Oh, yeah. So also, I just want to show you the fog. So I actually wound up going to Jones Beach and hit the fog going out there. You can see the fog just rolling in, and then I have a video of it for you, so you take a look at that. This is what the very, very foggy ocean here. And some of these lease turns all over the place. So Can't really see much. It was pretty foggy and a little misty too as well, but it was nice. At least it was cool. It was sort of refreshing compared to the way it was earlier today. So let's go to the models next, and we'll take a look at the models and see what we have for the week now. We have the remnants of Beryl here. You can see the ridge offshore. This ridge is so strong, the remnants are actually going to go up into the Great Lakes and even into Canada. And we'll see a little bit of it, but not as much as we were hoping for, which means, yeah, hopefully we'll get some more chances for showers and thunderstorms because it's been very dry here as well. But you see that big ridge just pretty much sticking around all week long. So that means things are going to stay warm and hot to humid. The west stays dry, obviously. And if we look at the total accumulated rainfall from Beryl, you'll see that it goes more or less, that goes well upstate, though. You do see some more rain here, depending on what happens with the pop-up thunderstorms that we do get as we see a little bit more instability in the atmosphere with courtesy of the remnants of Beryl. So let's go ahead and look at the more shorter range local models here. HRRR should have the full HRRR in right now. And you'll see here that, yeah, not a whole lot of precipitation breaks out tomorrow. Maybe a chance of a shower thunderstorm. That's what the HRRR is saying. Even Wednesday, not really showing much. But look at what we do have. The isobars are a little closer together, which means we will finally get some wind and some, better air quality to mix things up, courtesy of Beryl. Hopefully, Beryl will actually bring an improvement in the air quality. Won't do a thing about the humidity, but at least maybe the air quality itself will be a little bit better. It'll be a little less hazy, a little more, a little less stagnation as that, moves along. So let's look at the dew points now. They're not going to be going anywhere. Staying humid. Southerly flow tomorrow, pretty much. So it stays humid. Wednesday, we're staying humid as well. The humidity pretty much stays with us right into Wednesday at this point. And let's go and look at our temperatures. Tonight, obviously, the lows aren't going to be dropping much below the 70s. Now, tomorrow, inland, it's going to be very hot. Again, mid to perhaps upper 90s. Long Island, with that southerly flow, I think it'll be maybe a little bit cooler tomorrow, perhaps. Mid to upper 80s, perhaps. Maybe close to 90, northern central Nassau, but I think it'll be a little bit cooler than it was today. Temperatures obviously don't drop much at night. And then Wednesday, same deal again. Inland, you're going to roast. And then on Long Island, it'll be a lot better. So let's look, and I'll just take a look at some soundings here for tomorrow and see, see if I can find that marine lake. See, should be a decent amount of clouds around, too. There may be some more clouds around as well, perhaps. So the models keep saying that there are more clouds, and it turns out that there's still a decent amount of sun, which is part of the reason why we're overperforming with the temperatures. I want to go and look at some other models here. GFS. And see what the GFS has for temperatures for tomorrow. Probably a similar deal, yeah, pretty much a similar deal. See that heat inland, and then Wednesday as well. It's like, obviously, if you want to be the coolest, you want to be on the South Shore. Thursday, still staying with the heat, and not really. You can see where the rain is, where it's cooler. It's mostly off to the west, unfortunately. So we'll have to see if we can, as we get closer, we have some more short-range models. We can look a little more at how Beryl will impact us. I will go and look at the sky cover. Obviously, this well overdone. I mean, this is what it looked like. This is what has it right now, and it's not like that. So that's why I'm not even going to bother even looking at this because it's so overdone. Let's go and look at the NAM and the NAM 18. We'll just go to precipitation here because I think the RGEM's done a much better job with this. Let's see if the NAM is any more robust with convection. Not really for tomorrow and Wednesday. Not really very robust at all. You can see the remnants going way up into the Great Lakes. So, yeah, we may not see much rain out of this at all, which is not good because we're in a drought here. And that's not a good thing at all. Not a good thing at all. Not a good thing at all. We can look at some of the other models and see if they bring us any more rain. The European, but I think that the remnants are going to go, yep, right north in there. They're all They all pretty much doing that now. Icon, yeah. So unfortunately, the icon does seem to develop something over the weekend that the GFS doesn't have. That's, yeah. GFS sort of has it too. That possibly, as the ridge gives way, we might try to have a front come in or something. But right now, we're just focused on this week at this point. All right, sky cover. Go ahead and talk about that. Tomorrow, we do have the fog, of course, along the south shore. There'll probably be some cirrus around. There'll probably maybe be a few more clouds tomorrow. That'll help maybe keep the temperatures down a little more. And then as we get into Wednesday, again, hopefully we get some of those clouds around to keep the temperatures down a little bit. Some high and mid-level clouds along with the fog, obviously. And then Thursday, again, similar deal here on Thursday with some of the clouds. And, maybe we'll have some more better air quality as we get some of those stronger winds in here. Again, these clouds could be overdone. I mean, this is what it was showing today, and that's overdone. So be prepared that there might be still more sunshine, and if there is, it's going to be hotter, obviously. So models seem to really be overdoing it with the clouds a little bit, though. The main help that we get is that fog, which definitely would help a lot, and hopefully with that more onshore flow, more of a southerly flow, more wind, pushes that fog inland more and keeps us cooler. At least keeps the. I forgot about Mineola. It's a lost cause trying to keep Mineola cool, but the South Shore at least will have better conditions. East End, Jersey, forget about. That's really a lost cause. You're going to still bake no matter what over there. So I think that wraps up this Long Island weather update. And have a good night.